Imagine standing on a busy street corner and hearing it before you see it. That deep, guttural roar of a BMW M5 engine echoing off the city buildings like a mechanical symphony. It's not just a car passing, it's an event. You look up and there it is, that iconic blue and white circle gleaming in the sun. Have you ever wondered why that specific badge became the ultimate "I've made it" trophy? Why is it that when someone pulls up in a Bimmer, everyone assumes they're winning at life? We're talking about the undisputed main character of the automotive world. Driving a BMW isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's a lifestyle, a massive flex, and a total mood. It's the car that screams, "I have arrived," even if you're just going to the store. It's the feeling of sitting in a cockpit designed entirely around the driver, where every button and stitch feels made to boost your ego. Think about the vibe for a second. When you see those signature kidney grills looming in your rearview mirror on the highway, you know someone is coming through with serious purpose. It's that special, almost magical blend of German engineering and pure clout that other brands would kill for. But how did we actually get here? How did a company starting with airplane engines in the middle of a world war become the brand every celebrity, influencer, and CEO needs in their driveway? We're going to look at the receipts today because this journey is way more intense than just shiny paint and leather seats. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. We love seeing where the BMW family is representing. Now, let's get into the real drama. BMW's history isn't all champagne toasts and red carpet premieres. It's a wild rags to riches saga that the brand doesn't always lead with in their glossy commercials. Believe it or not, this luxury giant almost went extinct. There were several moments where the lights almost went out at the Munich headquarters for the last time. BMW faced total financial collapse, forced to pivot from the sky to the ground just to keep the doors open. But every single time the world counted them out, they came back faster, sleeker, and much louder than before. It's that underdog spirit hidden beneath a layer of pure luxury that makes the story so juicy. Have you ever noticed the status check that happens at a red light? Why does driving a BMW change the way people look at you? Is it really just the performance? Or is it the pure clout that comes with the keys? When you're behind that steering wheel, you feel a connection to the road that other cars just can't replicate. It's snappy, responsive, and it feels like money. People see that badge and they see ambition and success. It represents a hunger for the best things in life. But you have to ask yourself, is it all just clever marketing? That brings us to one of the most successful psychological plays in business history, the ultimate driving machine. Those four simple words changed the entire trajectory of the brand. They essentially brainwashed an entire generation into believing that if you weren't driving a BMW, you weren't really driving at all. You were just commuting. But who was the secret genius who came up with that slogan? And how did they manage to make us all believe that a piece of machinery could be our entire personality? It's a mystery involving a lot of psychology and even more ambition. But hold on to your seats because the real tea regarding their survival is about to get messy. While BMW is now king of the luxury mountain, there was a dark, desperate moment in 1959 where the unthinkable almost happened. Imagine a world where BMW didn't exist as its own brand. Rumors say they were literally seconds away from selling out to their biggest, fiercest rival, Mercedes-Benz. Can you imagine the celebrity feud fallout if that deal had actually gone through? The ultimate betrayal was on the table, and the story of how they escaped that fate is more dramatic than a movie. You won't believe how close we came to losing the Bimmer forever. To understand how we actually got to that legendary ultimate driving machine flex, we have to look back at the OGs behind the scenes who started it all. Long before the flashy showroom floors and the neon-lit city streets, there were the rap, motor, and Worka founders. These guys weren't dreaming of luxury sedans or sporty coupes. They were literally reaching for the clouds. Their whole world revolved around high-performance airplane engines. It's a scandalous origin story when you think about it. The brand we now associate with premium leather and heated seats actually spent its early days roaring through the sky, powering the birds of war. But then the post-World War I era hit like a ton of bricks. The Treaty of Versailles basically slapped a giant rejected stamp on their entire business model. They were legally banned from making aircraft engines. Talk about a forced career pivot. It's like being a world-class chef and suddenly being told you're never allowed to touch a stove again. This wasn't just a bump in the road. It was a total identity crisis that forced them to rethink their entire existence. This brings us to the flop era, and honestly, you won't believe how humble things got. After the Second World War, the situation went from bad to worse. This is the part of the history books that feels like a total fever dream. Can you even wrap your head around the idea of a luxury titan like BMW manufacturing kitchen supplies? It's true. They were making pots, pans, and even bicycles just to survive. They did everything to keep the lights on in the Munich factory. It's wild to think that the ancestors of your favorite M3 might have once been used to fry up some eggs in a German kitchen. At the time, the brand's prestige was basically non-existent. They were struggling to find their lane, and the financial pressure was mounting so fast it was almost suffocating. They were a brand without a clear purpose, drifting through a world that didn't seem to need them anymore. Then we hit 1959, the year that changed the automotive world forever. This is where the Ross and Rachel relationship with Mercedes-Benz reached its absolute peak. BMW was essentially broke, sitting on a mountain of debt, and their absolute fierce rivals over at Daimler-Benz were ready to swoop in and buy them out completely. Imagine the scene at that shareholders meeting. It was like a season finale of a high-stakes prestige drama. The board was ready to sign the papers, admitting defeat to their biggest enemy. But at the final second, the small shareholders and the legendary Quant family stepped up. Herbert Quant saw something in the brand that no one else did. This power dynasty didn't just provide a loan, they provided a lifeline by betting the family fortune on the ultimate underdog. Without the Quants, that BMW badge would have just been a footnote in a Mercedes-Benz history book. Can you imagine the celebrity feud fallout if that acquisition had actually happened? The entire landscape of luxury cars would be totally unrecognizable today. With the Quant family's backing, BMW finally had the glow-up we've all been waiting for. They stopped trying to please everyone and focused on creating something entirely new. In the 1960s, they dropped the new class sedan, specifically the 1500 model. This wasn't just a car, it was a total breakout role for the company. It was sporty, it was practical, and it was undeniably cool. It was the moment BMW found its true it factor. This model saved the brand from total embarrassment and set the stage for everything we love today. It proved that a sedan didn't have to be a boring grandpa car. It could be agile, fast, and exciting. It redefined what a modern luxury performance car could be for everyone, and once they had that real momentum, they decided to crank it up to 11 with the M division. If a standard BMW is a VIP ticket, then an M badge is the ultimate VIP backstage pass to the red carpet. This is where the raw, unbridled performance of their racing heritage met the refined luxury of the street. The M division turned regular cars into legendary monsters, creating a cult following of Bimmer fans who are still obsessed today. We're talking about a level of engineering that makes you feel like a professional racer every time you hit the gas. It's that extra layer of sauce that makes the community so loud and proud. But as much as we love a success story, the journey is never truly over. Even the biggest stars face criticism. And right now, the internet is buzzing with some serious tea. And people are looking at the newest models and wondering if the brand has gone too far with its latest plastic surgery. The design changes are sparking huge debates, and not everyone is a fan of the new aesthetic. Wait until you hear what the public is saying about their latest look, because things are getting heated. If you've been anywhere near the automotive side of the internet lately, you've definitely seen it, the Grilligate drama that's been fueling millions of memes and heated Twitter threads for years now. BMW took a massive risk with those oversized kidney grills, and let's just say the comment section has absolutely no chill. Some people think it looks like a hungry beaver, while others swear it's the most aggressive, unapologetic, avant-garde design of the decade. Is it a total fashion disaster? Or are we just witnessing a brand that's bold enough to reinvent itself even when everyone is screaming for them to play it safe? It's a polarizing vibe, but in the world of high fashion and luxury, if you're not making people talk, you're already irrelevant. BMW isn't just following trends, they're trying to dominate the conversation, and honestly, it's working. Whether you love the look or hate it, you can't look away when one of those big-nosed beauties pulls up next to you. It's that main character energy again, forcing us to deal with their evolution. You have to admit, it takes some serious guts to tell your hyper-loyal fans that their traditional idea of beauty is outdated. But the design isn't the only thing keeping them in the spotlight. Have you noticed that every single garage tour video from your favorite YouTuber, rapper, or pro athlete features a BMW? It's basically the official uniform of the rich and famous at this point. From the sleek M8s in music videos to the customized X7s parked outside luxury mansions, the brand has become the ultimate clout currency. It's the flex that says you've arrived, but you also actually know how to drive. While other luxury brands might feel a bit too old money or stuffy, BMW maintains that bad boy edge that appeals to the new generation of creators. It's not just a car, it's a lifestyle statement that screams, I worked hard, I play hard, and I've got the receipts to prove it. This influencer effect has cemented the brand's status as a cultural icon, making it the most aspirational badge for anyone trying to level up their social standing and digital street cred. It's the car you buy when you want everyone to know you're the boss of your own destiny. Of course, we can't talk about the culture without mentioning the hardcore Bimmer fanboys. These guys are the ultimate stans. They are incredibly loyal, fiercely loud, and will defend the honor of a straight six engine to the very death. For them, it's not just about the badge, it's about the visceral soul of the machine. They live for the smell of high-octane fuel and the precise handling that only a rear-wheel drive German masterpiece can provide. They'll spend hours arguing on forums about why the E46 is the peak of human achievement. But this loyalty is being put to the ultimate test as BMW shifts into its electric I-Series era. The internet is totally divided. Can a silent battery-powered car still have that raw, aggressive energy that made us fall in love with the brand in the first place? Some purists are terrified that the ultimate driving machine might lose its heartbeat without the roar of an internal combustion engine, while others think the I-Series is the future of performance. It's a high-stakes gamble, and the world is watching to see if BMW can translate its legacy into a whisper-quiet electric world. And let's be real, the competition is getting spicy. We're at a major speculation station moment right now, with Tesla moving in on that cool kid territory and dominating the EV market with its tech-first approach. Can BMW remain the undisputed king of luxury? Tesla has the tech and the minimalism, but they don't have 100 years of racing heritage or that undeniable European prestige. The question for 2024 is, are we still obsessed with the BMW badge because it represents the peak of modern engineering, or are we just chasing the nostalgia of those iconic 90s models that defined our childhood dreams? Whether it's the classic E30 M3 or the futuristic i7, the pull of the blue and white circle remains incredibly strong. It's a symbol of ambition that has survived wars, bankruptcy, and near mergers with Mercedes-Benz. So, after everything we have explored today, from airplane engines to kitchen pots to the new class glow-up, is the BMW still the ultimate flex? It feels like the brand is once again at a crossroads, ready to prove that they can reinvent themselves without losing their soul. It's been one wild ride, but the drama isn't over yet. So what do you think? Are you staying loyal to the legacy and sticking with Team BMW? Or are you ready to switch sides to Team Mercedes for that classic sophisticated elegance? Drop the T in the comments and let us know if the Bimmer is still your